Hi, everyone. I'm here today with Greg Sayegh. Greg is a contributing author for the Mortgage Manager Mastery. Greg's topic is the leap from loan officer to leader. Greg's had a long history within our industry. He's currently co-founder and chief strategy officer for Ingenious. Prior to that, he ran sales teams from Movement Mortgage to Washington Mutual. Hi, Greg.
Hey Pat, nice to see you again.
Well, let's talk about the what I would call the one big idea that you want the managers to take away from your chapter.
You got it. I was thinking about this topic, and what's always been important to me is as a leader, what are my standards? What can you expect from me as a leader? And if you go back to, and I'm going to reference dad, okay, you knew with dad what dad would expect, what would
Right.
upset him, and where he would give you grace. And there was no question about what your father might expect from you. And when you did things wrong, there was punishment or some kind of negative response. So to me, I would want to know from my leaders, what's important to you? What are your standards? What are you
Mhm.
willing to accept at minimum, which to me is not a standard, but what are those things that you're going to expect from me as a as an employee? And then what might I expect from you as the leader? And that shared set of expectations helps define the standards for both of you. And I think that that communication isn't happening right now. So clearly, stake in the ground. What are my standards? And it can't be fluff. It's got to be
Right.
behavioral, performance, quality, showing up, things like that. What I expect, what should I expect from you?
Well, I think that's a great point. I can't agree with you more. And let's talk about putting it into what I call the action step. What would you want a manager, what could they do tomorrow with this idea that you're really talking about in your chapter?
One is we always heard here of leadership versus management. I
Hmm.
think you've got to have an element of both, but the main thing is have really care about the person that is working for
Hmm.
you. So get to know them, understand what motivates them. Everybody's different. And if you have 10 loan officers, there's 10 different methods and processes you may have to go through to help get the best out of them. But they have to want it. You have to want it as well.
Yeah.
I've always quoted this 51-49 proposition. Loan officer, you give me 51%, I'll give you 49. It's not 90-10.
Hmm.
I'm in there with you. I'm fighting with you. I'm supporting you, but you've got to want it more than I do.
Well, that's so true. I can't agree with you really anymore. So, talk about the opportunities that you see for managers in the next few years, especially when our business is changing so much.
Well, I'm starting to see, it's really refreshing, a newer group of managers and diverse group, male, female,
Hmm.
even variety of ages. And what they're doing is thinking about the way things have always been done. And if you can envision a shirt that has the word status quo on it with a line through it. So don't do what everyone else is doing. Don't assume what
Hmm.
worked 5 years ago is going to work today. Be innovative. Think about not just from a technology standpoint, but what are borrower behaviors? How are you going to get deeper, meet the referral source? That old adage, doing things the same way, expecting different results is insanity. So that's one thing that I would say is go beyond what you think is status quo today. How do you engage a customer? What are the skills you need as an individual to engage and promote yourself, but also to serve your clients? I really do believe we're going into a new era. Everyone's
Hmm.
talking about AI, and there's certainly important there, but what is it going to take for you to create a relationship that's going to last? And it has to be more than a one-shot deal. It's got to be a relationship that's
Hmm.
personalized more so than just business, I think.
That's going to be in book number two.
Book number two, for sure.
So, any other insights that you would like to give?
Absolutely. So, when I talk about personalization, and I've been pretty consistent on that over the last year or two, There's so much information available out there. We're a tech company, a data company, and the amount of data available at the
Hmm.
borrower level or the real estate agent builder level is off the charts. Understanding their persona, buying patterns, predictive analytics, things like that is know your customer, KYC, know your customer and understand them from a personal standpoint. So know their social media persona. Who are they? What's important to
Hmm.
them? What do they like? How do you stay connected? I think that's important. One thing that I had forgot to mention earlier, and this was a survey that I did a few years ago about what do loan officers or employees expect out of their manager? And it was one
Hmm.
thing, really simple. Do what you say you're going to do. Back up the commitments you make. If you hire me and you're going to say you're going to do these things, do those things. And something changes to where those things are different, then go back, able to reset expectations. Building trust and followership is everything. A loan officer, an employee working for you is not a business proposition. You can change their lives by doing things right, and they'll be a raving fan forever.
Well, I want to thank you, Greg, for sharing your thought. And for anybody watching today, you can certainly dive deeper into what Greg is talking about by going to www.mortgagemanagermastery's website or go to Amazon. Thanks so much, Greg.
You got it. Have a great day. Thank you,
Yeah.
Pat.